I'm from batch 17. Actually, the first thought na I had in enrolling was really just to learn something new. I've been a scientist my whole life. I mean, I still am a scientist naman. But I want to try something new, something out of my comfort zone. And parang also the pandemic, siya yung nag-joke sa akin to do something else. So ayun, that was the main reason why I enrolled sa OFP muna. Kasi gusto kong may tutunan na bagong skill. Oh yes po naman. OFP gave what they call this, a very great background when it comes to e-commerce, and especially in Amazon. Because I entered, wala talaga akong kalam-alam of anything. I mean, I know what Amazon is, but I don't know how yung business side of it, how it works. But when upon going to OFP every single week, mas madami akong natututunan regarding how it works, yung mga let's say their algorithms, and how sellers think on how they open up a store. Para that way, it also helps us naman as product managers or virtual assistants in how we can guide our clients to their success as well. I think it took me 2 months muna po after the apprenticeship. So overwhelmed. I didn't know how to present myself, number one. Present myself in this industry. Kasi although yes, parang meron naman akong pwedeng i-show na training and all that. Pero parang kailangan ko ayusin yung LinkedIn ko, portfolio and everything. Even now nga hindi pa tapos yung portfolio ko. Pero parang I want to prepare myself parang kumbaga with the right mindset and the right resume or CV before actually sending them out to clients. Kasi ayoko din na once someone interviews me, parang I don't want to seem like I'm inexperienced. So parang it took a while for me to to dip my toes and try. And so ayun. And also aside from that, sa work ko din currently, nagkaroon din kasi ng maraming events when it came to my project sa product launching. So it needed my focus and my time, so hindi ko siya nasikaso. I think total of 4 interviews yung in-applyan ko, including yung nakuha ko. I had 4. 2 of which are from an agency, and yung isa ay direct client. And yung isa is ito nga na meron which I passed. Yung mga interviews na napuntahan ko basically, yung iba I went forward naman up to the last there was one na parang up to the last level. Yung one reason that one parang blockage that I've had is really the lack of experience, because a lot of positions kasi I focus on PPC specialization. That's what I really want to pursue. And so yun talaga yung focus ko. So all my CVs and my resumes, dun yung focus niya. And dun lang din ako nag-focus sa applyan ko, para din I have a focus on how to present myself. Most of the employers really require at least a year of experience, which of course yung na-represent ko lang is my apprenticeship and the training. Although kumbaga even those 2 months na hindi ako nag-apply, I listen to podcasts, I enroll in online classes like Skillshare, and watch videos, tutorials about PPC. So during the interview, ang dami ko na nasasabi ng mga jargons when it comes to PPC. I understand what they're saying. It's just that there are specific questions na mga, especially siguro mga what they call the situational questions, like what would you do if this happens, which of course hindi ko basta-basta masasagot because kulang pa nga ako sa experience. And most of the things that I know is what I would do if the client is a new Amazon seller, which is mostly do not focus yung OFP. I didn't have any experience with what they call this bulk files on how to do those, how to organize them, and what if the client na makukuha mo is someone na matagal na pero is experiencing something really difficult. Paano mo siya ayusin? Like ano yung magiging troubleshooting procedures mo? And so two of those interviews para I found myself na I struggled to answer. Nasagot ko naman. Hindi naman mali yung mga sagot ko, pero parang it showed na dun ako medyo vulnerable. I didn't know how to answer properly or correctly. And dun siguro nila na feel yung inexperience ko. Yes. And the other one naman, actually, they liked me and they were really open when it comes to having less experience kasi they're going to have trainings naman. However, yung isang company, parang they're having a reconstruction of the organization, tapos parang may rebudgeting. So they halted the hiring for all PPCs. And yung huli naman, ito actually, I applied for as a PPC specialist. And they looked at my CV, they interviewed me. And when there was this exam po kasi na tinake, so it was an exam that made me record myself in a video answering the questions that they sent, which is a combination of questions on PPC, Amazon, store management, product sourcing, yung mga ganun. Parang in general talaga siya about Amazon virtual assistants questions. And so I presented, parang nag-screen share video siya, and after nun they went they responded back, and the CEO actually said na they want him to interview me for a different position and not a PPC specialist. There was a new they already have a plan to open a new department, and the department is about creating new products, but it is also very well rooted into Amazon. So given my background as a product developer chemist and my background in Amazon, I was parang kumbaga nag-skip agad ako ng step to the CEO kasi he wants to talk to me. So we had a conversation, and after nun, basically I now considered yung first talaga na position was called a research analyst, because basically I will be marketing. I'll be using different tools such as Amazon Seller Central, Helium 10, Jungle Scout to discover the different wants and trends of what people want and how we can create a product or source out products for our clients. Basically yun yung job ko. But upon getting the job offer, it was changed to a product developer. Basically, it's still the same thing. A lot of data, a lot of PPC, and as well as managing marketing, basically. So it's a great combination of my job and my current career in Amazon. So I'm really, really thankful na hindi siya yung malaking step out of my comfort zone. But again, it's also still very different from mine because I'm a chemist. So I'm always at the laboratory, nasa production ako lagi. Pero ngayon, this job has nothing to do with any laboratories, no chemicals. But andun yung mga data analysis, andun yung what they call this, data presentations, marketing, and now additional skills that I would have is the Amazon skills, yung product sourcing and PPC or SEO. Yeah, so that's product developer. Well, so from my interviews, yung usual na that they're willing to offer for someone who has less than a year experience is about 25. Nasa 25 po yung ino-offer ng mga usually ng mga companies. But yung binigay po sa akin currently is what they call this is based on my experience then as a chemist. So nasa around po siya 40, and it is better than what I'm currently earning then as well. So it was good. And ano pa pala, one story to share. That company that I mentioned na who had to rebudget and everything. Yung manager ko po doon ay nakausap ko na, I mean, na-interview ko. And out of nowhere, the HR from that company called me to message that my supposed to be manager sa Telegram. And when I spoke to him, he actually has as personal, may client siya. And he hired me. Currently ngayon, I'm having a paid internship. So basically, it's doing it on the side. Which, yun talaga po plano ko talaga. Kasi I wasn't expecting to na matapatan yung sahod ko currently kasi it's a new thing. So I was expecting na meron akong bago na full-time and then I'll have something na part-time para lang pang add dun sa smaller smaller. I was expecting a smaller salary talaga as a start. Pero ayun, I was glad na I was approached. Tapos ngayon, nag-internship kami, PPC talaga siya. I'm learning now how to use the tool Backview. And ayun, so basically it's a paid internship. Tapos after a while, if he's going to like my performance, he's going to be parang hiring me as one of his assistants. Parang he's going to give a bigger responsibility, more probably give me parang kung one of his clients siguro mga ganun. And yun, regular salary na siya. And then kasi nga like you said, Amazon changes very regularly. So whatever's working now na strategy might not work next year. So it's something I always keep trying to learn. It's really overwhelming though. Overwhelming talaga siya kasi ang daming SKUs. Ang dami.
And then,
ang bilis niya magturo kasi. Pero it's okay. I mean, alam ko naman at
kaya mo naman yan.
Mahirap talaga siya ngayon. Kasi it's hindi familiar yung platform kasi he's using Backview. It's a different tool. Pero ayun, okay naman. Kailangan lang talagang pag-igihan and kumbaga just keep going kasi at soon naman it'll be easier. Okay. I would say parang think things through kasi ako I've had friends sa batch 17 na mga right after talaga nag-ano na agad sila nag-apply and
sino yun?
Sila yung mga nakakausap ko sa through LinkedIn is si Miguel Solid
yes, oo. Na-interview ko rin yun.
Ayun po. Tapos, so, ayun. Nasa ano na sila, same agency. And, after nun, pati meron na si Brian pa pangalan niya. Sa Facebook ko naman siya kinakausap. So, siya naman, he was also doing great. He has, I think, 2 clients na yata ngayon eh. I'm not sure, pero I've been asking him about what usually tinatanong, yung mga ganun. What agencies did he apply to? Kasi may parang limited lang yung nakikita ko sa sa mga sites. Parang there are some agencies talaga na through their website talaga. And so I mean, ayun. So I would say na my tips would be think things through and plan it out. Kasi for me, it's not the best na kung susugod-sugod ka lang to interview, like just keep interviewing lang. Kasi imagine, we are not the only training facility, hindi lang OFP. Ang dami ding nagte-training, so ang dami ding nag-graduate. So ibig sabihin, the level 1 of applying, pare-parehas tayo. So you have to find a way to make yourself unique. For example, sa akin, I did my best to make sure na mag-collaborate yung Amazon skills with my product developer Chemist skills. That way, I will be different. And even though yung iba naman, like hindi siya naging successful interview, but I believe my experience, even yung technical side, the fact na scientist ako and I deal with Excel ever since I was in college, I think that was one of the reasons why they called me and talked to me. And once my interview ka na, never give up if you felt like you had a bad interview. Kasi just take note of the things na sa tingin mo sumablay ka. Like ngayon, I mentioned earlier, I still remember the questions where I found myself weak. Para next time, I know how to, you can research about it, learn more how to actually deal with it even if hindi mo pa siya na-experience, para at least if wala kang masagot na may na-experience mo, you can say something. Or you can still give out a solution, because you have, when during an interview, you have to act, you have to be the expert, because remember, like, they are your clients, so they're hiring an expert. So if it turns out na during the interview parang mas expert pa sila sa'yo, they have no need for you. So you have to come in an interview expecting that you will be giving the solution. It's not a question and answer lang na they ask and then you just answer directly. If they sometimes you can even ask them if what's the nature of your store, if ano ba yung niche, and ano ba yung main problem na gusto mong ma-solve why you're asking for a hire. Because of course they're hiring because they need something. So now they're hiring and it can be you. So now if ikaw yung kukunin nila, ano ba yung pwede mong magawa to solve that problem? And so you have to dapat i-accept mo na during an interview you are the expert. And so, dapat dinadala mo din yung conversation, hindi yung parang they ask you lang and you will answer. Kasi of course, they will also not find it efficient na ganun lang yung conversation. Kasi parang ikaw, if you're also consulting a doctor, the doctor says other things other than just your question. Sasabi din siya na other solutions or other suggestions which you should be doing as well. So, it's also important na you study ahead, na aside from what you've learned sa OFP, you also choose your niche and study it. Go to Reddit, talk to other VAs, ask them about their opinions, look for usually Reddit was very important for me kasi doon ko nababasa yung other talaga parang casual languages of Filipino VAs on sa paano ba mag-apply or what ano ba yung mga ginagawa nilang ways to prepare, yung mga ganun na hindi article from a website, parang from a person talaga. So ayun, for me it's really to think things through, prepare for the interview and be an expert during the interview.